All right, we're back today with another special Business Therapy Thursday session, which we do once a month. If you want to be either featured here in a Business Therapy Thursday session with our audience, or you just want to have a private one-to-one business therapy session, reach out to me, marshall@marshallstern.net. Doesn't have to be recorded and published to everyone unless you want it to be. It could just be you and me in a deep dive coaching session, helping you break through some of the blocks that might be holding you back in your business and in your life. Have a listen and enjoy.
Hi, I'm Marshall Stern, and I've spent over 35 years leading and growing multiple small businesses. I know firsthand the struggles of entrepreneurship, feeling isolated, lonely, overwhelmed, and feeling like you have to do it all by yourself. I've been through multiple recessions, and I've felt the highs and the lows. I've been there, and I get it. This podcast is here to change that. Every week, I will bring you straight talking advice, real-world strategies, and honest conversations about what it takes to succeed in business without the fluff, the gimmicks, or the sugarcoating. If you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and start making real progress, then you are in the right place. This is the Stern Truth.
Hey, Bonnie, how are you doing today?
Good, Marshall. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you. First of all, thank you for stepping up and being willing to be coached today. First of all, I guess I should ask the question, do I have your permission to coach you today?
Yes, please. Thank you for having me.
Okay, excellent. I'm curious why you actually raised your hand to participate in this business therapy coaching session.
For one thing, because I'm afraid to be on video, so I guess maybe it'd be good for me. Secondly, I need to, I think my biggest issue is undercharging or not charging what I'm worth. I was hoping to get your insight on that.
Okay.
I guess that would be the biggest thing for me.
Okay. So by the end of our conversation today, what would really be helpful? Like, what would move the needle for you?
Yeah, I guess it's mostly next steps, like what would be which direction to go in, because I have a few things that are in my head, and I'm kind of having trouble like getting clear on what's the best thing to start with. But I think after we talked before, I'm thinking that the pricing thing is the biggest issue that I have, or the thing that would move the needle the most if I could fix that.
Okay.
Um,
Maybe can you tell me a little bit, just remind me a little bit about your business, what you do, how long you've been in business?
Yeah, I've been in business since 2022. I own a marketing agency, but right now, very small. I primarily focus on Facebook and Instagram ads, as well as, everything behind the scenes to support that. So the landing page and automations and all that stuff that the lead would go through after clicking on the ad. Wanting to expand into SEO and things like that in the future.
Okay. How did you get into this business?
From a Facebook ad, actually.
Okay.
So that's how I know that Facebook ads work. But also I was always just kind of looking for a way to have time freedom, as well as doing something where I feel like I'm making an impact on people, and helping businesses grow. Yeah, I enjoy doing that.
And do you have time freedom now?
No, because I'm undercharging people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's the issue.
yeah. So it's funny, most of us get into this thing called entrepreneurship, or I should say business ownership, because we want to have time freedom, we want to have financial freedom, and most of us end up working longer hours for less money. And as like Michael Gerber says in the E-Myth, when working for a psycho boss who doesn't let you take vacations, and that's us, right?
Yes.
So we want to get away from that. So talking about pricing, actually, before we get into the pricing, let's talk about why you do what you do. Why do you get up every morning to serve your clients?
It's gonna sound cheesy, I guess, but I do genuinely want to help people, in growing their business, because I've gone through that also. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I like seeing people go from being very new and just starting out, to getting the success. I really like seeing that. So
So I like that because it's serving others. It's like really being heart driven and really wanting to make a difference and help them, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Um, why do you think you're not charging? Why do you think you're undercharging?
Yeah, I was thinking about that actually. Because I knew you were going to ask me, and I don't. It's not that I'm not. It's not my confidence in what I can actually deliver to them. I don't have an issue with that, and I don't even think it's that I'm like desperate to make a sale and make the money. So the only thing I was thinking it could be is that being afraid of rejection, which is going to make me sound pathetic, but I think
Well,
I don't want to get the no. And so I'm just underpricing so that I'll get a yes. If that makes
okay.
sense.
So you don't think it's a confidence issue?
Not confidence in the product or what I'm providing to them. It might be confidence in myself, but not
Okay.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
No, it does. It does. And, a lot of people get confused and they end up charging. And I did an episode on this. Episode 4, if people want to listen back to episode 4. They end up charging based on their worth, what they think their worth is versus what the
Yeah,
value is.
that's true too.
Right.
Well, the other thing is, yeah, it's really putting a value on myself because there's no like physical product. So if you have a physical product, then I could think like, okay, it cost me this much to fulfill this order, and I'm making this much. But right now, I'm just putting a value on myself and my time, basically. So maybe it is what you said that I don't value myself enough.
Okay, let's talk about that for a moment. Why don't you value yourself enough?
I don't know. I would have to say like decades of reinforcement from when I was younger. Um, not always having the most supportive people around me. Um, I don't want to call anybody out or
No,
anything like that. Yeah.
yeah, no, it's fair enough. Fair enough. I want to acknowledge you for your openness and your transparency. And I also want to let you know that you're not alone. In fact, I think everybody, here's the thing, we are all shaped by our past to a certain point, and then for good or bad or
Yeah.
indifferent. But then at some point, it's our job, it's our duty to shape ourselves based on what we want our future to be.
Yeah, you're right.
And it doesn't matter what the past is. We need to learn from the past for sure so that we can move forward and step into the life that we do want for ourselves. But we need to also believe that we deserve it.
Yes. Yeah, I think that might be the part that I'm missing.
So, well, here's the question. Do you believe you deserve success?
Yes, I do. When I logically think about it, I do.
What?
But I guess I've just been told, so many times that I don't. So it's like hard to get that out of your mind, I guess.
So it's interesting, um, there are some people who take that, who've been told they can't do this, they can't do that, you're no good, you're not going to amount to anything, you're or this or whatever. It might not even be that intense, but just over little things over time, right? Some people are able to use that as a motivator. Now, not everyone, and that might not be a motivating factor for you, but some people can actually take that as a motivator and saying, "I'll show them."
Yeah, I have done that in other areas of my life. So
Okay.
I definitely resonate with that. Um,
Okay. Like what? Like what? Do you want to explain?
like and I'm definitely not mentioning any names, but I got into like a physical altercation at one point, like 10 years ago. And after that, I started jiu-jitsu, and now I'm like, I was like obsessed with that basically. I was there like twice a day, like every day, and I got
Well,
really good at it. Yeah,
don't
but it
don't
was
me-
kind of just like,
don't mess with Bonnie.
but it was kind of just like, yeah, you think you can beat me up, like I'll show you. It's kind of like
Good for you.
that type of thing.
No, good for you. So why can't we do that in your business?
I don't know. Um,
Because you think you're good at what you do. Yes, the skill.
yes, yeah.
Do you think you're ego-centered?
I don't think so. I
What if
mean,
I mean, sorry, continue.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
What if I told you I think you are?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, keep going.
So you're not in the like egotistical and ego-centered in the way that most people would think. Okay. I don't think you're that at all. You're very humble. Would that be a correct statement?
Yeah, I would think so in most cases.
Except for jiu-jitsu. You're not humble there. Okay. Um, but what I mean by the ego-centered is you're making it all about you. First off, I
Yeah,
want to acknowledge you for
you're
coming on.
right. No, okay, I think I understand. Like,
Okay.
I'm making it about like, what do these people think of me, or
Yeah.
like, do they value my product, or yeah, I
Well,
guess.
yeah, you're making it all about you. And
Yeah, and I'm not thinking about, oh, I just want to help this person, which I do, but I'm getting in my head, I guess, about people's opinions of me.
yeah,
So
and I'm gonna say shame on you.
yeah,
And I'll tell you
yeah,
why. I'll tell you. Well, here's the thing, and this is what we're calling a business therapy session. And it's a coaching session, but it's a business therapy session because it's not all about do this, step one to grow your business. Step one, do this. Step two, do that. Step three, do that, right? It's about really getting inside of ourselves and understanding why we show up the way we do, why we have certain habits, what's preventing us from getting to where we want to get to. And one of the things that I find with people who now I acknowledge you because you're showing up, and whether people are listening to this audio podcast or watching us on YouTube, um, you're showing up. Like that's stepping outside of your comfort zone, and you're growing just by doing this. So I want to give you that. That's awesome, putting yourself out there.
thank you.
That's doing something scary, which I think we all need to do more of. Except for like
Yes,
me, don't put me on like well, I'm kind of here like a 5 meter diving board. Don't put me on one of those big diving boards because I'm, you know,
see,
or suspension bridge. No, no, no. That's a different thing. I don't have to do that.
it's funny you said that though. Like, I've actually been skydiving. I've done like all kinds of things like that,
Yeah.
but I'm afraid to come on a podcast. So anyway, I just thought that was
Yeah.
kind of funny.
Yeah, it is, right? I mean, and I have no desire to ever, well, actually, I did skydive. Well, parasail wasn't skydiving, right? I parasailed once. And the only reason in Mexico, the only reason I actually did it was because I saw this, I was like 22 at the time, and I saw this like 80-year-old woman do it before me. And I thought if she could
And you
do it,
have to.
I have to do it, right? My friend did it, and then I have to do it. I didn't think about the sharks that were below me. If I did fall into well, at some point you may actually fall into the ocean or go into the ocean. The idea is to land on the beach.
Yeah.
I didn't think about the sharks that could actually eat me up. But if it was like rocks below, I wouldn't have done it. But the thought of
Hmm.
like falling into water, it's a psychological thing, right?
Yeah.
Fear is a funny thing, but I have no desire to actually go mountain, like climbing a mountain or something like that. And no, heights really not for me. So it was amazing I did that. But when it comes to this, you're preventing customers, your clients, potential future clients from growing their business with you because of how you might feel about yourself and of
Yeah.
what you're pricing. And what I mean by that, you might be getting clients in, but at a lower price point, and it's not
Yeah. And then
sustainable.
I don't have the time to get as many clients in that way.
No, no. And a lot of the times, the less you charge, the more difficult clients you will get.
Yes, that's definitely true. And also, I think sometimes people they know when I undercharge just because they think, well, I don't want like the bargain thing. Like I want the best thing. So they're thinking that it's like a lower value product just because I said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think you need to do in order to start charging for the value bring and start showing up? It's ironic because I posted a quote today, which is not today when people are listening to this, because they could be listening to it at any day. But the one I posted today was just something I came up on my own. And it was because I love quotes. And it said, you need to show up in order to go up.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, for sure. If I'm not, I mean, that's what I'm trying to do today. It's
Yeah.
just, I was nervous about doing this, but I don't know. I showed up and I'm probably doing terrible, but that's okay.
Why would you say that?
Uh,
You have to stop yourself from saying that.
yeah, that's true.
You're
I guess
here.
you're right.
They're not. There are people listening who would never do what you're doing. I'm going to say that again, Bonnie. There are people listening to this and watching this. I'm telling you, I know this for a fact. They're cheering you on and they're saying, that's awesome that you've done this. I could never do that. And they're inside their own heads.
Yeah. Thank you. I mean, I think a lot of people are inside their own heads if you really think about it. But I'm always just thinking about myself. So
Because you're ego-centered.
yeah, yes.
You're being selfish. You are being selfish, and I want us today to stop being selfish. I want you
Okay.
today to stop thinking about yourself when it comes to your worth or your lack of worth. And I want you to start to think about your clients and how you can serve them and how valuable what you have to offer is to them in helping them growing their business, whether it's through ads management or it's through SEO, if you add that, or any other service you add as a marketing strategist, marketing expert. It's time to show up for your clients.
Yeah. When you say it that way, like stop being selfish, I'm definitely not going to do it again because it sounds terrible. I think I just wasn't looking at it that way. Um, I wasn't thinking about it that way. But it's good for me to think about it that way. So
So what would the next steps be for you? If you have this insight right now, okay, what would the next steps be?
start talking to more people and pitch the price that I'm actually worth. The main thing, I guess.
Do you believe it?
Uh, I don't know if I believe it, but I mean, I do. Yes, I do when I think about it. That might take more than like a day for me.
But I'm curious as to why this is business. I'm not a therapist. This is business therapy, but I'm not a therapist. I have to caveat that. But I'm wondering why you were able to physically train yourself and become this powerhouse with jiu-jitsu. And you've kind of said like, no more. I've had enough of whatever was going on. I'm doing this. And now you're like this like not mean, but you know what I mean? Like fighting machine. Like you can defend yourself. You've got confidence, all of that when it comes to that. But when it comes to your business and when it comes to stepping out there and charging for the value that you offer, you are not able to get to that point and you're not believing it. How were you able to do it with jujitsu?
I mean, that's a really good question. Um, I'm not really sure what the difference is. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess this is more interacting with people, which is different. That jujitsu is more like the outcome is only based on me and what I like my skills. It's not like this is more like how people perceive me or how well I can sell what I'm offering.
Okay. So is it all really, in the end, is it all about how you're being seen?
Yeah, I guess it might be.
And this goes back to things in the past.
Yeah, probably. I think it does.
Are these true? These things that you say to yourself inside your head when you show up, if you go on it here, or if you just did a reel, an Instagram reel, and you put it out there, and you start thinking in that voice in your head, is it true?
No, it's not.
Like what would people be saying about you that you think people would be saying about you?
I don't know.
Just you and me talking.
Um, just that I'm not, I guess, living up to people's expectations or that I'm not going to be successful, that I'm kind of going to be like, um, a failure or, um, I don't know. You put me on the spot, but
That's what coaching is.
I don't know if it's anything specifically. It's more like just that you're not worthy as a person. I don't know.
But why? Why would you think you're not worthy as a person?
I don't know why. I mean, I guess like if you want to get like really far back, people like your people close to you when you're younger are supposed to accept you, love you, whatever.
Mhm.
So and that doesn't happen, I guess. Now that I'm older, I know like logically know better than that. But like when you're a kid, you don't. And those messages kind of just like get into your head before I
Mhm.
guess before you're old enough to know that it's not true. I don't know. I can't think of like one specific thing, but or just like in general.
And all of those messages, all of those experiences you had when you were younger, did that lead you down a path that you now look back at and it's a path you didn't want to go down?
Yes.
Okay. But you got off that path
Right. Yeah.
and now you're on the path you want to be on. Somewhat. I mean, it's still a little rocky, which is owning a business.
Yeah. Yeah. This is definitely what I want to do, though. I'm happy with it. I like what I do.
So all the things Before coming on into the session today, before coming onto camera today, did you have the thought about it? Did you have voices inside your head? I don't mean like voices,
Uh,
but you know what
yeah,
I mean, that
I
little
mean,
voice.
yeah, just that I'm gonna look stupid or, who am I? Like, why would you want me to be on your podcast? Like,
Who am I? Am I going to look stupid? Why me? Am I too young? Am I too old? Am I this? Am I that?
yeah,
What will people
yeah, the
think?
too
What will
young
people
thing
say?
for sure. A lot of people, or yeah, I guess not a lot of people say that, but some people say that, and I am always like thinking that I'm too young because I'm 28. So, and then I'm talking to people who are like much older than me, and I'm thinking, why would they think that I know what I'm talking about?
They're too old. They're too old.
Yeah.
They're not too young. They're too old. No, but seriously, like it's all just words. So the question I have for you, whenever this comes up for you, whenever you're about to go into a client meeting or a networking event or a podcast or you're about to do a reel or something like that, put yourself out there, show up to go up. And you have that little voice, that little Bonnie. Well, yeah. Okay, give me an age that was not good for you, like a really bad age.
18.
Okay, so the 18-year-old Bonnie on your shoulder.
Or you mean like a younger? Yeah.
Could be a younger. It could be younger. It's okay, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That right? Um, Ask yourself 3 questions. Okay. Question number 1, is this true? So what little Bonnie or what other people in your life back then said about you, or when you were 18, whatever you were doing, whatever path you went down when you were 18, is this true? What people are saying about me or how I think about myself, like what I'm thinking about myself, is it true? Question number 1, simple question. Okay.
Okay.
What do you think the answer will be?
No,
Okay.
not true.
Then we move to the next question. Is this really true?
No, it's not.
Third question, if you did say yes, because chances are you're going to say yes. So I know we're talking about this and you're on camera and everything. You're probably saying, yeah, it's not true. But in the moment, you're like, who am I? Am I worthy? If I'm sending a proposal to a client, should I be charging them $2,000 for this package? Or they might say no, they might reject me. So I'm going to knock it down to 1,200 or to 800 or to 600, whatever it is. It's just a number. They will reject me. Is it true? Yeah, it's true. They're going to reject me. Is it really true? They're going to reject me. Yeah, it's happened in the past. All these people said I couldn't do it. They'll probably reject me like the last person did. Third and final question. Do I have proof? And
Yeah, I don't have.
9 times out of 10, you don't.
It's true.
The fact that is true. The fact, for example, the client situation, prospect. If you say to yourself, is it true? Is it really true? Yes, yes. Do I have proof? Yeah, the last person rejected me. The last person is not this person.
Right.
If
Yeah.
should I go, if I'm not going to go on camera because some people are going to think that, some people are going to think that. Is it true? Yes. Is it really true? Yes. Do I have proof? Yeah. Yeah, I do actually have proof because it happened last time. Or someone made a comment to me on social media last time. That's last time. Doesn't mean it's going to happen this time.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, even it might happen with some people. I'm sure anytime you put
Right.
something out there, some people are gonna say
Thank you.
something, but
Yes. Yes. Okay. So that's what, yes, but that cannot stop us
right.
because that's when we're being selfish.
Yeah. Because then it stops anyone else from getting any value from it or, me helping other people. So
Yeah. Because for every creepy comment out there or negative comment out there that someone might say about us, first of all, every time, here's another way to look at it, a shift, maybe. If you're getting comments, good, bad, whatever, celebrate that.
yeah, I mean, it's
That,
engagement. So
well, it's not just engagement. Well, yeah, it's good for the algorithm and everything. But it means that you're actually putting yourself out there. Even if they're bots, it means you're actually out there. If you have 0 comments, it means you're probably not doing much.
yeah, I agree.
Okay. So let's talk about
Yeah,
next
just
step. Sorry, continue.
yeah. No, I said I think I just have to remember that like every time.
Okay. So you said you're 28.
Yes.
Where do you want to take your business? If you could look into the future, you're 31, 32, we bump into each other down in Florida on the golf course down in Florida. I think you're down in the US, down there somewhere.
Yeah, I'm in South Florida.
South Florida. It's 3 years from now, and I see you. And it's been 3 years since we had this session. And you say to me, Marshall, holy crap. It's been 3 years since we last saw each other. I have to tell you what's going on in my business. And you have tears practically rolling down your eyes because you're so happy. You're so fulfilled. Tell me what's going on in your business and life.
I'd like to expand to the point where I can hire some people and be more of like manager or CEO. I always feel weird about saying that about myself. But anyway, I'd like to have employees
I
to do.
have, you're 3 years in the future. So tell me 3 years in the future.
Okay,
I'm,
I have 10 employees. I have clients coming in. I have so many more people than I can actually take in. And the clients that I do have are getting great results and they're really happy with my services. And I should have thought about this more.
no, that's okay. You will. Trust me. It's going to be top of mind now, but we're just working right now on it.
I think I want to always, in my head at least, I want to always keep the ads management part myself, onboarding and ads management, because I think a lot of the bigger agencies, a problem that I've heard is that there's kind of a disconnect between like the person that sells you and onboards you and the person that's actually working on your account. So the messaging and everything might not necessarily get through. Um, so I'd like to probably keep that part myself and then have enough people, employees to help me that I can just focus on that. And then, they deliver all the more of the back end things like landing pages and automations and things like that.
Is it a remote business or do you have an office? Is everyone remote? How's it work? What are you doing?
In the future, you mean?
Yeah, we're still in 3 years. You're 30,
Okay.
you're 31 now, almost 32.
Okay. I think I would like to have an office because I would like kind of employee culture type thing.
Hmm.
I think it's easier to find good people that way. I mean,
Okay.
not that you can't otherwise, but it's easier to create the type of culture that I want because if they're communicating with customers also, I want that to be done the way that I like also. So like the way they're treating the customers and things like that.
Okay.
I want to be able to be more hands-on with training and things like that. And I'm not very good over Zoom actually. I'm better like in person. That's why I think having a physical location would be better.
You're doing great here, just so you know. I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, that's okay. Okay, so you have physical location. What's how much money are you bringing in? But what's your not revenue, income 3 years from now?
My personal income or
Your
or like
your income, what you're taking home. Yeah, not the business. What you're being able to pay yourself, whether it's income, dividends, whatever it is. How much are you taking home every year?
pay, I don't know, 200,000.
Why?
I don't know because I feel like if I said more, I look like I'm selfish or something.
Okay.
I guess that might be an issue too. I mean,
Do
it's South Florida is very expensive, so 100 I feel like is being comfortable. I'd like to have a little more than that.
dare you say 3 or 400,000? Is
Yeah,
that
I mean,
that's greedy?
I feel like it would be, but I mean, I don't know. No, I don't. The thing is, I don't think that about people who are actually making that. I don't think that they're greedy or selfish or whatever, but like
Growing
saying it myself is different for some reason.
so growing up was money kind of taboo?
Um, I mean, I don't know about that, but like it definitely wasn't like we didn't have a lot of money. No one in my family made a lot of money, so
Okay.
I guess I'm just not used to talking about numbers like that.
Okay. Do you think you deserve to make $300,000?
Probably not. That's
Do you think
probably the
you,
same.
what about 200,000?
I mean, that's a little closer, I guess. I can like sort of like conceptualize that.
Okay. Okay. Let's forget about what you think, your belief system. Do you on what you deserve? But let's talk about belief system and what you think you can achieve. Like as a business, do you think your type of business can bring enough revenue that you can actually be earning income wise around $200,000?
Do I think that it's possible?
Do you think it's possible?
Yes.
Do you think other people are doing it?
Other people are, yeah, definitely
Now,
doing well.
I'm not talking about, I know, I'm not talking about all the smoke and mirrors. I'm not talking about the ones who show you on Instagram or, TikTok, whatever, their bank balance. Like, look how much I made, 100K pay in full. Like, I'm not talking about those kind of people. I'm talking about the real, authentic agencies, do you think they're making 200,000-300,000 income?
I think some of them are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's possible.
Yes, it's possible.
So instead of asking the question, why me? Who am I? You know what the question should be?
Why not me?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I just need to have you like telling me this every single day. So
Oh,
that
we
I
could
don't.
talk. We could talk about that. But honestly, I want you to actually write down on a piece of paper, post it, put it on your phone, put it on your computer, put it on your bathroom mirror. Why not me?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I will do that.
And whenever you get into these moments, here's another thing, another strategy. Whenever you doubt yourself, let's remove yourself for a second because we can play games with ourselves, right? Here's what I know. When we allow the past or current people in our lives to dictate how we feel about ourselves, this could be a whole other episode. Actually, it will be. Maybe you'll come back. Otherwise, I'll just do it. Like it is a thing. If we allow other people to dictate how we feel about ourselves, that's a very, very dangerous game to play.
Yeah, definitely.
Except we can accept the one caveat to that, or the one rule, exception to the rule to that, is what I'm about to give you. Surround yourself with people who lift you up and make you feel good about yourself. So I want you to promise me something, Bonnie. Next time you feel like an imposter, or who am I? Should I even be sending this proposal? Are they going to reject me? Ask yourself this question, okay? What would Marshall say?
Okay.
Okay? You
Yes.
said you said it'd be good, it'd be great, or whatever way you put it, if I told you every single day, why not me? I'll be with you every single day. What would Marshall say?
Sounds good.
And I think the answer will be clear.
Yeah.
It's a habit. It's practice. You need to rewire your belief system.
Right. Yeah.
Instead of why me? Who am I? I'm too young. I'm too old. I'm not experienced enough. I'm this. I'm that. If I go online, people are going to judge me. If this, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. What would Marshall say? Other people are doing it. Why not me?
Yeah.
Now, the key, and this is for another conversation, is, and I mentioned it just a few minutes ago, the beginning of it is building. I mentioned like bringing people into your world that lift you up and make you feel good about yourself and encourage you. Taking it one step further, working towards that vision. You talked about 10 employees, but working towards building out that vision and building the plan to achieve it by slowly building your team of whether it's coaches and mentors, could be an employee, it could be subcontractors that buy into your vision and are in line with your values, but building a company,
Yeah.
right? Not just a job,
Right.
not
Yeah.
just Bonnie's business.
That's what I have now. Yeah.
And that's where you step into that. We might have talked about it when we first met, being the coach, not the player,
Right. Yes, that's what I want.
right? So bringing players on your team. Now you can be a player as well. So for people listening, like, don't get me wrong, being a player, like doing some of the work, playing the game. But if you're the player, if you're playing like in baseball, if you're all the bases, who's coaching the team? And how are you able to do everything and win games and achieve your goal when you're doing everything? Short term, sure, you can probably do it. You burn out fast though, because you're so busy in the game, the next play, the next client, the next job, the next this, that you're not even looking at tomorrow, meaning next month, next year, and what are the systems and processes that you need to bring into place to build a company. So it's all about being the coach as well and bringing
Yeah.
people on your team to be players. So you're being the coach, the leader. And that's what it's all about. When you can step into that leadership role, and it's a mindset, it's not a position in this case. I mean, it is a position, don't get me wrong, but it's more the mindset.
Mhm.
You are leading this company so that you can achieve the vision. If that's exactly what you want, that whole vision is about abundance. That's the word that came to mind when you were talking about clients coming in. You have so many clients, you're not able to even service all of them. So maybe you have strategic partnerships and you white label or whatever it is, or you just referral partnerships. Who knows what it is? But you have a team. But it's all about also getting a little bit uncomfortable, which is what we're doing today, which is a huge
Yeah.
step, right?
Right.
Because because the growth happens when we step outside of our comfort zone.
Yes, I agree.
So one more takeaway I want you to get from today's conversation. I want you to become comfortable. Okay. This is a big one. As much as I said, what would Marshall say and why not me? Those two things, very big. This is even bigger. I want you to to decide today to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And that's simply a decision.
Yeah, you're right. I feel like the more that I do that, better I get at it, I guess. Hopefully. I haven't figured that out yet.
What do you mean?
Like if I keep doing things like this, then I don't know, eventually it'll get easier.
You know what? I'm going to tell you the stern truth. It might not.
Yeah. I kind of had a feeling you would say that.
Okay. I think Prince used like Prince in the Revolution, not Prince as in Prince William, maybe him too. But Prince, I believe used to throw up before he went on stage.
Really.
He had stage fright. Um, I think Beyonce also has stage fright. I might be wrong, but it's someone of her stature and success. I think it's Beyonce. And what they do, I know for sure Prince, what they did, or what they do, him did, is they went into their persona. In order for them to be able to get out on stage, once they were out there with the crowd, they were okay because they went into that sort of persona, which was not their everyday person, the behind the stage. When they were out there on stage, they were fine. It was the act of getting there. Every time. But all we see is these amazing performers. And we think, how are they so amazing on camera? That's all we see. People see us differently than we see ourselves. Okay. So it's time we just get comfortable being uncomfortable. It's a habit we have to work on. You might get a little bit more comfortable being uncomfortable for sure, but it's a decision to become comfortable being uncomfortable. But you might become less uncomfortable over time, and you might not. But
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you're consistent and you continue to do and continue to put yourself out there and show up, you will go up. You will go up and towards where you want to get to. But we need to
I
stop.
like that.
Yeah. Which part?
Your quote.
Oh, my quote. Yeah, it was timely that it was for today.
Yeah.
It does help and it will work. And your clients, your prospects, future clients are out there waiting for you to show up and waiting for your company to help their company grow, get better results. That's your responsibility. So as the coach, you need to prepare the player in you and the coach in you. It's self-coaching for each game, whether it's a mantra you say to yourself or whatever it is, you need to get yourself you're going on stage. They need to hear me. They need to see me. They need me. What do I need to do in order to, instead of having a to-do list, let's have a to-be list. Who do I need to be in order to take this company to the next stage?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So how I like to end all of our coaching sessions with my clients is accountability. This is where rubber meets the road, as they say. So Bonnie, what are you committed to doing? I'm going to check in with you on this. So in the next week or 2 weeks, what can I hold you accountable for? What are you going to do to push yourself?
I'm gonna start spending a lot more on my ads so I can talk to more people. And
Sorry, say that again. You're going to what? Cut out there.
I just need to start spending more on my own ads so that I can talk to more people because I just need to put myself out there and just give them the chance to find me, I guess.
Okay.
And then when I do talk to them, I'm not going to undercharge them.
Okay.
I'm going to listen to this again so that I can remember everything that you said.
I'll send you the transcript to it as well. I want something tangible from you. I want something like KPI, so to speak. So I'm not sure what your packages are now. Do they fluctuate based on how you're feeling in a given day with a prospect? Like do you have a price and then you kind of discount it depending on how you're feeling?
Yeah, I do that. I definitely do discount it. Yeah, even sometimes when I go on the call with them, I'll plan to say one thing and then I just discount it. So.
Okay. So we're going to talk again, you and I want to work on this with you. But what I want you to do is the price that you want to charge, I want you to say it over and over and over again and take a red line and put the red line under it. That's a red line. It does not go below that price. And it doesn't, I want you to step into the future with this when you're talking to prospects, meeting with them, and imagine that you're fully booked. Whether you have a team or not, you are fully booked. You do not need any more clients. So if client prospect A wants to work with you and your agency, this is the price. You have an abundance mindset. Because when we have a scarcity mindset, that's when we think, oh, I could use a client. I need the money. I need a client. So I'm just going to, instead of charging $5.95, I'm going to give it to them for $2.95. And then, and you know what happens when you do that? You feel like shit probably afterwards.
Yeah. And I definitely regret doing it. Yeah.
And what other thoughts do you have when you do lower your price? You do lower your value. What does that do to your worth?
I mean, it lowers it, of course. Yeah.
And who's doing that? It's not the people, 10, 15, 20 years ago in your life.
No, it's me. I'm doing that.
I think we're done.
Thank you so much. It was really helpful.
Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
I'm just going to say goodbye to our listeners. So what I want from everyone who's been watching this, or listening to this, I want to hear your thoughts. If you've listened throughout and you've come to this point, do you have a little Bonnie in you? Have you been there? I want to know your thoughts and feedback and insights you've received from this business therapy session. And please send the thoughts, the insights, the takeaways in, and we'll see you next week on The Stern Truth.
Thank you so much for tuning in to The Stern Truth. If you found today's episode helpful, we would love to hear from you. Please like, share, and leave us a review. Also, if you'd like to be a guest in an upcoming episode or join us in one of our Momentum Accountability Group sessions, simply email me to marshall@marshallstern.net. That's marshallstern.net. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Until next time, keep pushing forward and leading with confidence.